Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Been thinking about stills. I get comments on that a lot with regards to the Micro Four Thirds system. In other words, people say, I just recently had a video doing this, comparing a GH5 and the A6500. The concerns with Micro Four Thirds is low light and then still images. Promomovies.com.au writes in, this is a YouTube username, he says, "Hi Matt, I think you need to critique the stills capability of Panasonic's, which are well below Canon, just as much as you do Canon and Nikon for 4K video ability. That would be fair and non-biased." Yes, the Micro Four Thirds sensor is not equal to an APS-C sensor. For instance, the A6500 or the Nikon D7200 or especially the D500. But it's not a deal killer because they're better video cameras and they still do very good photo work. And I guess it comes down to what exactly you need. I need a mix of both, and the Panasonics do wonderful still photography. I've done plenty with it, professional and personal. The GH5 has raised this bar yet again. We've got more resolution, we've got better low light ability, and this is not at all a concern for me. In fact, it's a blend of the perfect camera. I've been perfectly happy with the G7 and the G85. I'll always take more resolution and I'll take better low light, but I am not willing to sacrifice the video abilities that I get with the Panasonics to go to video on the Nikon or the Canons, where I'm getting much poorer video abilities and largely no 4K unless you're into very specific cameras, and even then, not great compared to the Panasonics. What do you guys think, though? Do you think I have been unfair in the sense of too biased towards Micro Four Thirds? Is this something that is a concern for you? Or do you agree with me that it's for my needs, it's a perfect blend, and I think the Panasonic system and the Micro Four Thirds system in general, the abilities of it photographically is more than enough for 90% of anybody's needs. Horses for courses, there's probably certain jobs I could see maybe being engaged in where I may want full frame. And that, I guess, would be a caveat, I'd say. If I'm in a situation where there's something that I'm not happy with, or I feel that the Micro Four Thirds system can't meet photographically, I'm probably not going to an APS-C camera. It's probably not a Sony A65 is going to satisfy. It's probably not a Nikon D7200. I know it's not a Canon 80D because they're not on par with the other two. But it's going to be full frame. I'm going to need to go to a Canon 6D, a Nikon D750, a Nikon D610, a Nikon D810, a Sony A7R2, something like that. So to say that there's not that much difference between APS-C and Micro Four Thirds, certainly not enough for me to have any concern about the differences in photographic ability. If I'm having a concern there, then I'm going to need to go to full frame and much higher resolution. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with me on that line of thinking? Do you agree with me on the fit of the Micro Four Thirds? Or are you is an APS-C more your thing? Or are you sold on has to be full frame? Like, is the A7R2 your thing? Is the 5D Mark IV, despite its codecs, your thing? Let me know in the comments below.